Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? Well, I'm a little wild today. I don't think I've done a reading for you before, so I'd just like to explain real quick kind of how this works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me. They also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. I try to describe the picture the best I can. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. But if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind. You'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. This is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. So sometimes you'll have to stretch it outside the box a little bit. He won't give me really a lot of details. He'll give me just enough so you should understand what he's referring to. The details are none of my business. So we're going to talk to Robert today. He's coming in and he's holding his belly and he's going like, ho, ho. I don't, did he ever play Santa Claus or something like that? Or did he laugh like that? Or his belly, and he's taking his hands and exaggerating it, like really making his belly bounce and laughing. Huge smile on his face. Very jolly, very, very peaceful, very calm. His demeanor as he's coming through. He says, I love you, baby. I know you've had a little bit of a rough time, but it's going to be okay. Que sera, sera. I think that was a Doris Day song, maybe even before my day. Whatever will be, will be. Future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Okay, so I'm in my camper. My husband's home. So anyway, this is my she shed right now. And he walks over to my kitchen sink. He leans backwards up against it. And he's leaning back against the counter. And he's folding his arms. Like, this looks like something he would have done probably a lot. Like standing there, maybe watching me cook, or just standing there talking. He's got his back up against the counter, resting, his arms folded. Sometimes they're trying to validate that it's them. He's showing an image of leaning back there like that, watching you cook. Don't know if he ever said it out loud because nice ass, as he's watching your behind at the stove. And he means it. He's not being cute and playful. He means it. He wants to reach out and grab it a little bit. So you should feel that. You may not be standing at the kitchen stove when it happens, but it's like reaching up and just grabbing the bottom of somebody's butt cheek. And actually, my friend Bob that's passed, I was talking to his brother one day, and I said, if you're really here, I said, I want you to kick him in the butt. And I will swear on my life that his brother turned around, and I didn't say it out loud. I said it telepathically, and his brother turned around. He starts looking behind him like, what the heck was that? And there was nobody behind him. So it's gonna be one of those things. Now he's talking about a hardship. You've had kind of a hardship since he left. I'm, ask, I'm asking him something. He says a little bit financially, but emotionally, you've had a hardship since he left. You weren't expecting it. kind of threw you for a loop. You've struggled to regain yourself. Because he took care of a lot of things. And all of a sudden it was thrown in your lap. And he says, I'm sorry it had to happen this way. But you're a strong lady. You can overcome. And things will be okay. Que sera, sera. Okay, now do it again. Okay, so he's showing standing that way in your kitchen, leaned up against, he's by the sink. Still got his arms folded, but he reaches out and he turns around. He's fiddling with something in the sink. So watch for something, or you might even hear it in the sink. Could be the water will come on. Could be dishes will move. You might hear the clatter of dishes in the sink. Something along that line, but he's really concentrating there. So okay. Sometimes when you walk past the sink, if you walk by it, and if you try real hard and you go in there and you try to do it, it probably won't work that way. It's usually when you're kind of not thinking about it, not expecting it. But you walk past the sink, you're going to feel a difference in the air. You're going to feel like a fullness. Everybody feels it different, so I can't tell you exactly how you're going to feel it. But it's going to be like you're walking through something thick. Right? Stupid fly. Like you're walking through something thick, like the air's thicker right there. You're going to feel something different. That's his energy. When you feel that, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more things. If you want to know he's around, that's your free will choice, to do whatever you want. So his presence is very heavy, especially in the kitchen. Again, he goes, nice ass. And to think I was lucky enough to have that for mine. Okay, this fly will not leave me alone. So when you get anything that happens during a reading, when I'm doing a reading, is for you. And this fly will not stay off my face. He's just being crazy. So watch for the annoying fly. It'll be another sign. Not a very nice sign, but it'll, and everybody has flies, but it's going to be the real annoying little sucker that just won't leave me alone. It won't leave you alone. So again, validate him. Let him know that you know that's a sign. It's, as far as asking for signs, if you put a big boulder in the middle of the living room and ask them to move it to prove that he's there, that's not going to happen. But electronics, flies, smells, sounds, that's easy for them to do. Those are the kind of signs you're going to get. And he's coming back. Go away, fly. Okay. I honestly don't have no clue what he's trying to show me. It's it looks like my flowers and stuff are overgrown because something is in my flower bed that I'm highly allergic to, and I've had to stay away from it. But it was like these big long sprigs, and there was 2 or 3 different things, so I can't pinpoint it to one thing. But it's like a big long, I have no clue. I don't want to say it's a weed, could be a piece of tree trunk. He's just showing me this big long thing. So maybe that'll mean something to you. I'm always surprised at things that pop out of my mouth and people tell me later, oh, I know exactly, you know, and I'm like, sounds silly to me when I say it. I wish I could describe this better. And it's kind of like going at an angle. Anyway. So I promise you 1,000%. He can hear you. He can see you. Talk to him all you want to. They're not too busy. You don't even have to talk out loud. You can talk telepathically. Don't. I don't know why I was muttering that. Talk to him all you want to. He can hear you. He's. All right, watch for something on your bed. He's like trying to move the bedspread, the comforter. He's trying to move it, so you might feel like somebody's tugging on it. If it scares you, tell him that. Ask him not to do that again. Or you might leave the room and come back and it's messed up. Or you might leave the room and come back and there might be like a spot where you could see somebody's butt set on it. You might even feel the pressure of him. He's roaming around trying to get your attention by messing with the bed. Again, he says, nice ass. Okay, he's talking about a merry-go-round, a carousel. Do you have one in your house? A picture of one hanging on the wall or something? I don't think he's talking about actually riding on it. Could be. This could be one of those things you got to stretch. Whether you have a music box that has a little carousel on it. He's not making it clear enough. It's his show. Or you're going to... He's not being clear about it. Or you're just going to be... You could be walking through Walmart and you could kind of feel your head turned to the side and there could be a little toy one laying there. Could be a picture of one. You could be driving down the road. There could be one on a billboard. You might see it on Facebook. You might see it in a movie. Merry-go-round. Carousel. He's calling it carousel, though. Know that that'll be another sign from him. I always ask him to give unique signs. Something everybody knows about coins and feathers and cardinals and things like that. I ask him for something unique just for you. He's shown me one like it's sitting on a shelf, though. So anyway, however that fits for you. He says, I love you. When you need me, all you gotta do is snap your fingers. Call on me. I'll be there. And if you need help, ask him. They, guides, angels, loved ones, they cannot override your free will choice. I do all the dumb shit that I do, and they go, my guys go, oh, Rhonda, seriously, we gave you better than that. But it's my free will choice to say no. So, whatever he was good at, whatever he understood how to do here, and you need help with it, ask him. And then be ready to receive. And it won't be that split second you ask. It might be 3 days later. It might be a month later. It'll be just ask for his help. But it needs to be something he understood how to do here. Actually, I send I send mine off and I say, go find somebody that can help me. If you can't do it, go get somebody. They are always ready and willing to help, and they have plenty of time to do it. So now he's bending over and he's actually smelling your hair. You might hear him sniff, where he's smelling it, but he's not doing it that strong, at least not to me. You could feel him just brush your hair, not with a brush, but there's something about the smell of your hair right now as you're watching this that it was either something that he liked the smell of when he was here. It's making him feel like comfortable at home, or you've gotten a new product and he's really liking it. But you could even feel like a pressure or heat or something poking you or anything. It depends on how you feel his energy. It can be different. That didn't sound right. Sorry about that. Like I said, you're not going to feel it the way I feel it. But he's right here. It's my right side. They come in on my right side, so it doesn't have to be the right side. I know that sounds vague, but it's kind of in this area, so it could be this area. Just want to make that clear. And then he's going to give you a kiss at the same place. And with that, he's going to leave. He gave you a kiss. He's leaving. He says, I wish I could have stayed longer. It was hard to leave you. But I'm still here. And no, he's not stuck here. Some people think that if you talk to him too much or beg for him to come back or whatever, that keeps them from going where they need to go, do whatever they need to do. You can't tie a rope on spirit. You can't tie a rope on them. So no, they're just fine. They'll go wherever they need to or wherever they want to. Anyway, with that, he's leaving. Much love to you, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.